This client call changed my life, and it will yours as well. About 3 years ago, I was on a call with a Friday afternoon client, and he randomly asked me, would you drive to Largo, Florida, and have lunch with the father of my personal trainer? This client lived down in South Florida. Largo is about an hour from my house. I said, absolutely. But what for? This man, he was in his 70s. His daughter had died of a fentanyl overdose. His wife had died of cancer, all in the same month. And he had been expressing to his daughter there was no such thing as God, and there was no such thing as heaven, and he had always been a faithful man. And the lady whose dad it was, my client, was her client, personal training, and she had observed him talking about me many times. That's why the request. So I contacted this person, and they wanted to have lunch. And old people, they get lonely. And we arranged I would drive over that Sunday and meet them at their house at 10, and we would go to some delicatessen. And I want to emphasize this person was old. So I'm driving over there that morning. I'm scared to death. I'm like, what do you say to a man whose wife has died and his daughter in the same exact month? And I found his house. This was early, and I drove to a local coffee shop, and I just freaking sat there like, please God, please God, please God, please God, please God, please God. What did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? Because, I wanted to help, but then suddenly I got scared. And God goes, Brer! And I went, God, you're not helping. There's no way I can walk into this man's house and say that. And he even painted a picture of exactly how it was going to go. I've been a nervous person in my life at this point. But I'm obedient. I go, okay, I'll do it. So I drive over back to the guy's house, and it was a little ramshackle. Like the front porch had like sheet metal kind of angled down. It wasn't big, and it started raining. And I go through the rain because I keep my commitments, and I'm knocking on the door. I'm ringing the doorbell, but I'm like not sure if it's actually even working. And I'm sitting there, and it's raining, and it's coming down on me, and I've gone above and beyond the call of duty. I've gone above and beyond the call of duty here. I'm leaving. This guy's not answering the phone. And then it dawned on me. He was a Vietnam vet. It's kind of rough talking to him the first time. And I'm like, he's probably going to forget I'm coming over there. And he's going to shotgun through the front door. And I'm going to get killed trying to do a good deed. So I literally stepped out in the rain, knocked a little bit more. And then it dawned on me, why don't you just try to call the guy? Your cell phone's in your pocket, dork. So I call him, and he's like, I heard you knocking. I'm on the toilet. I got an upset stomach. I'll be there in 5. And he tells me to go to the garage. And it was like an all glass garage, but it was had black construction paper. So it was all strange. So I walk over in the rain. The garage door opens up, and it's pitch black. Pitch black, except like a little bit of a light is kind of getting in, so you can kind of make out that he's like a hoarder, like sort of. And all I hear is this voice. I cannot see him, and the voice says, "Come in." And all I can tell you is like instinctively, I knew just walk straight ahead. And I'm like I say, I'm kind of aware there's stuff around me. But I walk in, and he says, sit down. And I sit down, and I can tell it's a big trunk, and there's it's low light in here. And the guy, there's like a big computer monitor, and I can tell he's like behind it, and he's got like this bushy Einstein here. And it happens exactly how God says it's going to happen. And I am freaked out now because that was the visual. And he says exactly what God said he would say. Why are you here? You know, never mind the call, the request, none of that. God told me that's exactly what he was going to say. And here's exactly what I said. I said, well, Dr. Don, I was wondering the same exact thing myself, and I was over at the coffee shop about a mile from your house, and truth be told, man, I was scared out of my mind, like, how am I at this house? So what did I do? I asked God, what am I supposed to say? And here's what he wants me to say. And I can't believe I'm even about to say it. Don, I'm an angel and I'm sent here on God's behalf. Light comes up, and there was a little bit more, but I won't go into that part. It referenced an earlier angel story I had given on here. Light goes on. There's Dr. Don. His arms are out. I walk over. I need to give him a hug. He put his head right here on my chest. And he started weeping. One of the like people think they want to accomplish being like a millionaire in life or other stuff. And it's touching another human life that we all want more than anything. And to know that we made a difference. And I had asked God, like, I know you had blessed me with some gifts, and I feel like they should be more than me just sitting, you know, on my computer screen all day talking to people. And now I'm in Largo, Florida, eventually ministering to people about Jesus in Pakistan. And anyhow, we end up going to lunch. And it was like we knew each other our whole lives. And I guess I did know him his whole life based upon all of this. And we end up going to a deli, and he basically says, you're going to get this. It's the best thing on the menu. And it was so funny how like the switch went on in this guy's life just like that. And he goes, before we eat, I need to do something. And he lays his hands out on the table. And Jesus tells me to take his hands. And I always had a hard time with physical contact because of my childhood. And I hold his hands and he prays to Jesus. And he looks me dead in the eyes and he goes, I believe in heaven again. So that's the story. I'm not even sure what the lesson is in there, but it changed my life. And like, this is a couple years ago and it still gets me. But God's waiting for you to invite him into your life, to live through you, to be down here with his children. And it's the best life you can possibly imagine. Have a great God day. Give us a follow.